This is Jarrod Horak for the RunawayHorse.com, and I'm back to take a look at my second Kentucky Derby points race for Saturday, January 1st, 2022. I just took a look at the Jerome Stakes. Now we're going to look at the Smarty Jones Stakes, and this one has a 14-horse field, so let's dive right into this one. It's going to be the 9th race at Oaklawn Park, Saturday, January 1st. It's going to be the $250,000 Smarty Jones Stakes for 3-year-olds, 1 mile on the main track with a scheduled post time 5:13 p.m. Eastern Time. Number 1 is Dash Attack, Ken McPeak trainee, on a good track at Oaklawn Park at 1 mile on December 5th. His career debut there, he stalked the pace from 4th and he won by a length and a quarter. It's never easy to win in your career debut around 2 turns, but he did just that, and he has some room to develop. The 2 All in Sync for Steve Asmussen ran well in both sprint races. 6-furlong debut, he finished a solid 2nd. He was battling on the pace. Second time out, stalked from 3rd, took the lead, won nicely by a length and a half. That was in the slop. So now 2 sprints to a route. We mentioned that in some of our other videos, that horses that have done have 2 sprint races under their belt and then they stretch out around 2 turns have been doing well in some Derby preps. So let's see if that angle can continue. He should be forwardly placed. They paid $310,000 for him. The 3 Home Brew for Brad Cox, 3-1. This one's your favorite, and he ran well in all 3 races. And he's won his career debut off the pace. That was a nice effort at Laurel. That was when Kelly Breen trained him, and then Brad Cox took over as the trainer. Churchill Downs at 6 furlongs in November. He finished a clear 2nd in that race, and then they stretched him out to 1 mile at Oaklawn Park last time, and he set the pace, and the pace wasn't quick, and he kept going. So he's one of those horses that we just mentioned. He had 2 sprints. He stretched out last time. He won that race. He's versatile. He can stalk. He can set the pace. I don't think he's going to set the pace in here because we have some horses stretching out in distance, but he should work out a decent forwardly placed trip. The 4 Kavod, he was claimed for $50,000 on November 20th. And then he ended up winning that race, and then he came right back and he won a little stakes race at Oaklawn Park at 6 furlongs, a $150,000 race on December 3rd. From the inside post that day, he stalked and he won nicely at 6 panels. So that's back-to-back wins at 6 furlongs. He's going to stretch out in distance. He did run a route on turf and he didn't do well, and he ran a race at 1 mile around 1 turn, the Champagne at Belmont, and he didn't do well. So we'll have to see how he handles the added ground. Number 5, Ignitis, 15-1 morning line, D. Wayne Lucas. Nice effort. A couple starts back at Keeneland at 7 furlongs. That was on October 14th. He sat back in 6th. He pounced and he won easily. And then last time, stakes race at Churchill Downs, $200,000 race at 6.5 furlongs. He was never a threat. He trailed throughout. So now he's going to stretch out in distance. I think the distance is probably good, but I just don't know that he's going to be able to keep up with company like this. This is a deep field with a lot of different ways to go. Bureau is Ron Moquette trainee. Nice improvement second time out. He went from 6.5 furlongs, finishing 4th in his debut, to a nice win, on a romping win at 1 mile at Remington Park last time. Facing better company in here, he did improve second time out. Ruggs, number 7, 10-1 morning line, won the career debut at 6.5 furlongs at Remington, came to Oaklawn in that same stakes race that Kavod won. He finished an even 4th. He's adding blinkers and stretching out in his 3rd career start. Number 8, Vivar, a Brad Cox trainee, won back-to-back races at Kentucky Downs on yielding turf and Keeneland in a race originally scheduled for the turf in September and October. And then on November 27th in the Kentucky Jockey Club Stakes, he was 6th. Beaten 10 lengths, never got involved. We'll have to see how he fits with a group like this. He did show some ability in his 2 wins, but they were on yielding turf and an off-the-turf race. Number 9, Don't Cross the Devil, is interesting. Back-to-back sprint wins at Remington Park. Rallied from 7th, made a quick move, and he won by a length and a half. And then in his 2nd career start, he sat back in 5th, and he pulled clear to win by 6. Phil D'Amato has him now. Stretches out after those 2 sprints. I think he's a live long shot in here. The 10, Barber Road, he's run well in his last 3 starts after finishing a well-beaten 4th in his debut. Second time out, they stretched him out in distance from 5 furlongs to a mile and a 16th, maiden claiming 30. He wired the field easily. Starter allowance race cut him back at 6.5 furlongs. He tracked from 2nd. He pulled well clear there, and then stepped up into stakes company last time against Tahano Twist, and he ended up finishing a close 2nd, beaten a half length, and Tahano Twist came back and finished second in the Gun Runner Stakes last weekend. So Barber Road stretches out. He earned a better speed figure last time. He's one that should be up on the pace, but I think he's more likely to be chasing the pace than setting it. Cairama is the next one, number 11 for Steve Asmussen. Won his career debut, and then in the Nashua Stakes, he was well beaten, and then last time out, he was third behind Kavod in that little stakes race that I mentioned on December 3rd at Oaklawn. So now he's stretching back out in his third start after a layoff. Number 12, Cool Papa G. He was behind Barber Road last time out at Churchill Downs. He was third. He was third before that as well, and he broke his maiden in his 5-furlong debut for Steve Asmussen. So stretching out in distance for the first time in his third start after a layoff. Number 13, Immoral. Easy win in his career debut. That was at Charlestown at 7 furlongs, that bull ring track. And he was sitting back and forth, and he pulled well clear. Didn't run particularly fast. Switching trainers now. Now Michael Puick has him, and he's one that's probably really up against it from a post position standpoint. Finally, number 14, Ben Diesel. Certainly one I think you can consider in here. Won his career debut easily at 1 mile and a 16th at Churchill Downs. That was a nice effort at 14-1. Never easy to win 2 turns first time out, but he did just that, and he did it easily. And then they jumped him right into the stakes rank second time out in the Kentucky Jockey Club Stakes from post 10 and then 11 horse field. He chased from second. He made a move towards the lead. He started to weaken a bit in the stretch, and then he finished fourth, beaten 6 lengths. He was only a half length out of third. Not a bad effort second time out. He's got good speed figures. He's one to watch for trainer Dallas Stewart, but from post 14, he could be up against it. I would consider Ben Diesel higher, like I said, but that post position definitely hurts his cause. Don't cross the devil. I think he could be the upsetter in here. I consider him a live player. We'll have to see if he takes some money. It's possible. The betting in this race is going to be a bit scrambled. Home Brew is your favorite. Should work out a good trip, stalking the pace, saving some ground. Don't have anything against that one either. And some others can win as well. But I am going to go with number 10, Barber Road, as my top choice. I like those 3 good efforts, and I like that he's really worked his way up from the maiden claiming ranks. Really looking good around 2 turns in his maiden claiming win, cutting back to 6.5 furlongs and winning his next start easily, and then finishing a close second in a stakes race behind a quality foe. So Barber Road, with that good tactical speed, he's improving, and I think he can work out a decent stalking trip out in the clear from post 10. Barber Road, my top choice in the Smarty Jones Stakes. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment if you like this content. And I'll be back for one more video this week, the Sham Stakes from Santa Anita Park. Until then, good luck at the races.